What's going on, guys and girls? Rob with you here this morning. Was it? It's about 20 of 11, and in 2 days, the draft comes out about, and yeah, we really don't know uh, which way everybody's going to go. Um, the sexy pick for the Jags all along from the last 3 months has been Aiden Hutchinson. Now I'm starting to see where they're making a little bit of a turn. I don't think Aiden Hutchinson's going to be the number one pick overall. That's just my opinion. Then okay, a lot of people are like, okay, where are these quarterbacks falling to? Um, there's some mock drafts that have two quarterbacks going in the first round. There's some mock drafts that have five going in the first round. I'm in between there a little bit. I definitely think three will go in the first round and maybe four. There are challenges now, though. There are challenges. Matt Corral, Ole Miss, has been caught out partying. What's up, Keith? He's been caught out partying on two occasions within the last month. That's not going to help him. That's not going to help you get drafted, um, especially to a team um, like an Atlanta or a New Orleans. New Orleans, the last thing they want to see is a partying type quarterback there. You know, that would be like Vegas taking a party quarterback. You know, that's not the thing they want. Um, I've been going through my draft. I've been going through my draft picks pretty heavy. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think Aiden Hutchinson goes number one. I just don't think it happens. Detroit hopes not. Detroit definitely not. Well, the thing of it is, just partying right now is concerning for him. Not so much what he was doing. If he was just drinking at a party, that the right now they're supposed to be under they're under the most scrutiny they're going to be under right now. You want to follow your P's and Q's right now. You don't want to go out here. You don't even want to get caught at a bar with a beer in your hand. That's just the way things are. Now, we understand life is life. A 22-year-old, 23-year-old is going to live their life as a 23-year-old. But when you're trying to get the job of your future, when you're trying to be a first-round pick, and you want to make $5 million a year, and to start off, it's actually 7.5. It's going to 8.5 now, I think, for the first pick. I think they're going to make a little over $25 million their first 3 years if you're the first overall pick. You just do not want to be caught out in those situations right now. You don't want to be. You don't even want to be out late at night right now. You just want to be doing whatever you need to be doing. They're out of college, pretty much all of them are by now. They need to be doing the bare minimum as far as getting out there, unless they're going to talk to people in the press, and they don't really want them doing that either. Most other teams would prefer each player stay close to, within their stay close to where you were raised or where you're from or whatever. And if you're in a tight-knit family, hang close to them for a while, just for 2 more days. And then after that, after you get drafted, go to the city that you're drafted at. But right now, they really, really, really would prefer them to lay low. I'm watching 2 years ago's draft special that I had on my channel, and I said from the start I didn't like Tua. I said, okay, I like Herbert better. I don't know a lot about Herbert, but I like Burrow the best. Burrow's went to a Super Bowl. Herbert's played really well. Tua's done nothing. He's really done nothing. Last year, I was unable to find last year's draft special. Everybody that knows anything about my channel knew who I was pushing as a quarterback. Mac Jones, I think, and last year I definitely think he had the best year of any quarterback out there. What do you imagine is the worst thing that Peyton Manning did before the draft? Well, I'm sure he drank beer. I'm sure he probably. The thing of it is, if you do it and do it in the privacy of your home or do it where nobody sees it, but I don't know. I really don't know. I imagine he had some alcoholic beverages at his house, and he's probably partaking in them. But they're smart. They keep them. They're in the cocoon. The Mannings have always been kind of in their own cocoon and done their own thing. So this year, was I may have been, maybe I may have been on his channel last year. You know what? May have been, could have been. You know what? That may be so. That may be so. I remember us doing. I remember me and Anthony and a few of us doing a draft special. I don't know. I'm not sure you may be right. It would be interesting if you're in. If you're able to find the video, tell me. Tell me what it's. The what the name of the title was, and I'll definitely go back and go see it. But I liked last year. Everybody knows I liked Mac Jones the best of any quarterback coming out. Now this year's a little different. There are quarterbacks I like this year, but I don't think none 5 years from now are going to be making a lasting impression in the league. Matt Corral gets caught, like I say, in the last few days, gallivanting out and around late. When I say late, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. And I don't know if it's in his hometown. I don't know where he was at. But the press is looking for him. They're just waiting for him to trip up. That's what they're waiting for all these kids to do. They want a story. So let's not make too much of it, okay? The kid was out drinking. All right? Yeah. They didn't say he was driving. They didn't say he was doing anything illegal. Okay? So before we turn the clock too far ahead for him and we're like, uh-oh, watch out for this kid. Do remember he's 22, 23 years old. He's able to do this. Now, by all accounts, most teams, there's a lot of teams that throw red flags on this because he doesn't have money yet. And that's the kicker right there. You throw money into these kids' pockets, and the ones that already like to party, multiply it times 5, 10, 15. Then that's what you're going to get. That's the majority of the time. They like to show off what they've got. They like to do, a quarterback. That's a quarterback's way. Very few are introverts. Very few are shy. They want to be known and be seen. That's the problem right there. Oh, okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. See if I can find that one. Um, thanks. I appreciate it, Keith. I didn't even realize if it was on my channel last year or not. But this year it's going to be on my channel, our channel. We're going to have it here on. We're going to have it on the Jabroni Network right here on StreamYard, um, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. Um, Keith definitely scheduled to be here with us in 2 days. Harris, I mean, you almost need a milk carton to find him now here lately. He's been gone so much, but he's going to be with us Thursday night. Anthony's going to be with us. I hope Paulie can. I'm going to get in touch with him today. I understand his mom is not in a good way right now. She's not doing great. I'm hoping he can be with us. I really am. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. I definitely hope we're able to have a full package of people here. And I'm looking this video up too while I'm talking to you guys. Quarterbacks, teams that need them. Oh yeah, I should invite Al too. I need to get in touch with Al. Yeah, and it makes all the sense in the world. I hadn't talked to him though. I hadn't seen it. I don't see him very often, so yeah, we definitely have the room in my chat. Anytime I can have 9-10 people, that generally takes care of everybody. So we'll see what happens. I was not sure if I did it live on my channel last year or not. But I'm glad he found it because I definitely was picking. I picked Jones from his start last year, and he fell so far. He fell 16th or something. So yeah, 4 hours 14 minutes. You're exactly right. Keith remembers stuff better than I do. He really does, and it's always a lot of fun to do these. They really are. Baseball's not, obviously we don't know as many players there. NHL, if we were further up north, we probably would know more about what's going to happen, what's going to be the telltale signs. But NFL, we see these players in North Carolina, Rutgers, Notre Dame, LSU, USC, Florida. We see these players on a weekly basis. Alabama, we see them all the time, and we can get an understanding of what this player is all about against the teams they're playing. That's why if I had the first draft pick this year, I would take Evan Neal of Alabama. Unless if I need a defensive side of the football, I'd probably drop down a little bit. Ojabo from Michigan, I like him almost as good as Hutchinson. And if I could drop from first to, let's say, 12th, 15th, and pick up another first round, another second, and really stockpile picks, that's what I would do. I think if Jacksonville is smart, that's what they're going to do. They'll try to, but by all indications, Jacksonville is not going with the offensive lineman Neal,
and they're not going with Aiden Hutchinson. Now, that's what I say. Should the Bengals trade up to get Neal? Well, let's see. Where are the Bengals at right now? They're way down. And you know what? I'm not even sure. Cincinnati, yeah, 31. um, I would hate to give up another number one to get him, but they're in a position where they can do some, you know, they, you know, with free agency, they should be going after an established offensive lineman. That's me. That's what I think. But if you did get Evan Neal from Alabama, there are advantages to that because he played against the top tier of everything. Every time he played, he was against the best, and they were, they were really, really good. Now, the defensive side of the ball, it looks like Georgia, the University of Georgia, is taking over. By all indications, they're going to have 4 defensive players go in the first round this year, which is unheard of. Three of them looks like they may be down linemen, defensive linemen, which is crazy. That's how good Georgia's defensive line it was this past year. And it could be number 1 overall. Trayvon Walker, I'm not so sure. I don't think Aiden Hutchinson is the number 1 pick. I really don't. I think Aiden Hutchinson is I'm not going to say he's dropping. I'm not going to say that. But I don't think Jacksonville has got him in their sights. I think there's other players. I think Evan Neal is a strong possibility here. I also think maybe Ekwonu from NC State could get picked right here. It is such a dice roll, but I don't think Aiden Hutchinson gets picked here. And if he falls, all the pressure in the world's on Detroit to take Aiden Hutchinson. Hutchinson, star out of Michigan, came in 2nd or 3rd in the Heisman Trophy balloting. And Detroit's right there. And Detroit needs a lot. Now, what would I do if I were Detroit? If, let's say, Trayvon Walker goes number 1. If I'm Detroit, I do one of 2 things. If I'm unable to go out right now before the draft and get myself an offensive lineman, I go after Evan Neal. That's me. I think he's the premier offensive lineman out there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I just don't think there's a chance Evan Neal falls below 5th or 6th. I think if he does, something's wrong. Now, Thibodeau, he's a guy, Kayvon Thibodeau from the edge rusher from Oregon. By all accounts, people had him going number 1. They had him going number 1. And I don't know. By all accounts, he may even fall out of the top 10. Peter King's mock draft. Thibodeau is going 13th to Seattle. I don't know if he goes that far down, but Kayvon Thibodeau was ranked number 1 2 weeks after the Super Bowl as going the first pick overall. And a lot of us were like, Thibodeau, no way. Hutchinson's going to go number 1. And now Hutchinson may not. Sport News has Thibodeau going 4th to the Jets. That sounds probably more like it right there. But they still got Hutchinson going number 1. I just don't think it happens. I really don't. The more and more I see things, I think Trayvon Walker could go number 1. And that is a twist in and of itself. Let's see if we can get in touch with Al right now. Let's see if I can get in touch with Al
it'd be wonderful if I possibly can get in touch with him right now while I'm on here. Which Charles Cross Charles Cross, the Mississippi State offensive lineman. A lot of people says he's past Evan Neal. By all indications, now this is just me. This is simply me. Charles Cross has been looked at by one team more than anybody. It's the New York Giants. I think there's a great chance he goes fourth. And if Neal hasn't went yet, so be it. I think the Giants won't cross. We'll see what happens there. We'll see. That would be very, very interesting right there. To see exactly who's gonna go after who. Let me send it. In fact, I'll send an invite to Al if I have his email address. Let's see if I do. Right now, if somebody said, Rob, you got to tell us right now how many quarterbacks go first round, I'm going to say 3, but I'm not going to be surprised if there's more. I really won't. I don't think I got Al Red Sox fans email. I don't. Oop. So I definitely need to contact Al. I do not have his email address. I don't. What's up, Tim? What's going on? What are you up to? Charles Cross. He has been looked at. He's been looked at big time by the Giants, and I know for a fact, it's going to be something to behold if they get the opportunity to get him, because that's their one they're wanting. It's not Evan Neal. It's not it's not Kenny Pickett. It's just not. Everybody saying this, that, or the other thing. I'll say this: I don't think Kenny Pickett goes number 1 as far as quarterbacks go. I think Kenny Pickett could be the second quarterback taken. I think Malik Willis will be the first quarterback pick, and by most indications, Willis is going. By Peter King. Let's see, where's Willis? Where has he got Willis going? In fact, he's got Pickett going first, and then he doesn't have Willis going at all in the first round. I do have Willis going in the first round. Sport News, 6th pick, Carolina has Malik Willis going, and then they got Pickett going to New Orleans, the 16th pick, and that's it. Just 2 quarterbacks. I think 3 quarterbacks go. I think Pittsburgh would love to have a chance to get Kenny Pickett. That's my thinking. They had, they're looking back 40 years now, back to the Dan Marino deal. And they had the opportunity then to get Dan Marino. Pittsburgh quarterback, stay in Pittsburgh. This kid is not as proven. He's just not. He's not. He didn't throw the ball nearly as much as Dan Marino did in college. He doesn't have the arm Dan Marino does. He is more agile. He can move around a lot better than Marino. But that's the only thing we'll say that he can do better. Do I think he goes to Pittsburgh? I think if Pittsburgh has the opportunity to get Kenny Pickett, they will pick Kenny Pickett. Now, that leaves instead they got a guy who got paralyzed a year or so later. Let's see. Who did the Steelers get? They got paralyzed. Sauce Gardner, yeah. Mel Kiper has Sauce Gardner going to Detroit. I don't think it happens. Sauce Gardner, he's a good cornerback. In fact, he's the best cornerback out there. He's coming out of Cincinnati. He's going to fall farther than second. I think Sauce Gardner falls. Who is it that the Steelers got to get paralyzed? Wasn't a quarterback, was it? But yeah, I've been seeing where Kiper is big on Sauce Gardner. We'll see what happens there. I still think if Aiden Hutchinson is there at number 2, there's too much pressure for them not to take him. Now, they're going to have another pick. Let's see. Does Detroit have a second pick in this first round? No, they don't. No, they don't. They've got some picks coming up next year. Gabriel Rivera. Oh, okay. All right. All right. They, to me, Kenny Pickett probably is a safe pick for a quarterback. Matt Corral, I wasn't high on him before the draft started. I'm still not very high on him. Malik Willis, I like Willis better than I do Matt Corral. But I like Kenny Pickett the best. Of all the quarterbacks right now, I like Kenny Pickett the best. Now, does he have the most upside? I don't know. A lot of people are saying Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati has the biggest upside. Desmond Ridder reminds me a lot of Lamar Jackson. I think he's going to run around. He's a big kid. He's 6'6". He's huge. But one of these days, Lamar Jackson's going to get pounded, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it for him. Now, that's all the quarterbacks, I guess you're thinking. But when you run the football 20 times a game, you have more chances of getting hit than you do. You've got more chances to get hit. What's up, Michael Peterson? What's going on? So, by all indications, the kid from Michigan, I don't think goes number 1 now. I really don't. I think he falls. We'll see what happens. But I think Hutchinson falls to number 2. But I don't also do not play the upside drinking game for the draft. It may be a short night. Yeah. Like I say, 3 quarterbacks at most goes the first round. I think Kenny Pickett is real. Kenny Pickett, to me, I think is solid in the first round, whether he goes to New Orleans, whether he goes to Pittsburgh, or whether he even falls all the way down to Atlanta. Last pick in the first round. It could happen. Or Carolina, number 6. Malik Willis is the one, to me, that's the most exciting quarterback to watch here. He had a very successful, you think it may be 1, maybe 2 in round 1. Yeah, it could. I still think a third one comes in there and falls somewhere. Malik Willis will go, I think, definitely first round. And a lot of people have him going as the first quarterback to Carolina. I know he's made 2 trips to Carolina in the last week from up here in Lynchburg. He's visited with the staff. He's visited with the ownership group. They like him. I do know they like him. But that does not mean for a second today, if Kenny Pickett were available still, they wouldn't take him. Now, at number 6, I think all quarterbacks are available. I don't think Jacksonville won't take a quarterback. Detroit, as much as people want to say, well, they could take Willis, they're not taking him second, folks. They're not going to take him. If Aiden Hutchinson is there, they're going to take a safe pick and take Aiden Hutchinson, number 2. I really think so. Houston, well, of course, Houston could do it, but Houston needs so much. I think they're probably going to go offensive lineman there. And then the Jets, that's where I see Sauce Gardner. That's where I see Sauce Gardner going to. Carolina may drop out of round 1. They could, but the thing is, nobody is forcing anybody's hand to move up. They're not going to give a king's ransom. They're not going to give up 2 number 1s to move up 8 spots, 10 spots, 15 spots in this season's draft, because from picks 15 to 70, it's pretty rich as far as offensive linemen, defensive tackles, linebackers, cornerbacks, wide receivers. It's a pretty good draft for that. But there's nobody that's standing out there right now clearly as a number 1 pick and is like, okay, guess what? I am the number 1 pick for a reason. There's nobody out there. There's not a Joe Burrow out there this year. There's not, there's nobody out there that stands clear, arms and head and shoulders above anybody else. There's just not. Like I say, 2 months ago, everybody was saying Kayvon Thibodeau. And now, 60, 80 days later, we see Thibodeau, like I say, Peter King has him going 13th. And we were talking 2 months ago that he's going to be the number 1 pick. That's how easy you can fall in this draft. If you trip over yourself one time or fall down and on your pro day, that's all it is. If you fall down on your pro day, if you trip over your foot one time, if you run a 40 that's a little bit slower than everybody else, they're going to knock you down. That's just the way it works. I don't think Aiden Hutchinson goes number 1 now. If you'd have asked me a month ago, I'd have said Hutchinson will go number 1, no doubt. I don't think he does now. I really don't. I think the kid from Georgia, Trayvon Walker, is going to go number 1 Thursday night. I think Jacksonville's going to take him. He's an edge rusher, and he's from Georgia. So he's from right there at home. I think the key area is Houston. What do you mean key area? But we'll see what happens. I don't think Hutchinson goes number 1. I think he's going to end up going home, which is home to him right now in Michigan anyway, to Detroit. That's what I think happens. Is there anybody that really is flying up the charts? Kyle Hamilton, the safety out of Notre Dame. I think the key pick is Houston. All right, let me ask you this. Do you think Houston takes a quarterback? See, I'm going to say they're not. I'm not going to the first two players I say are edge rushers. Now, Kwanu out of NC State, that's a sexy pick for offensive tackle. I would have Evan Neal going to Houston. You think they're going to go defense? Well, if they're going to go defense, what are they going to do? Walker and Hutchinson are both gone. Do they take Thibodeau? I don't think Thibodeau goes that far back up. I don't think he goes to 3rd. we'll see what happens. But yeah, so you saying yes, Thibodeau? I don't think so. And then it's a list of wide receivers. I mean, we got London, Wilson, Williams, Olave, Burks. To me, Jameson Williams, Alabama is a safe pick. He's a safe pick. He's been proven. He's went against some of the best talent out there. Look at these Alabama receivers the last 2, 3, 4 years that have been drafted. They have been solid products. Ohio State has some good ones. In fact, they've got 2 that's going to go first round, Wilson and Olave. I think they're pretty solid picks as well. Other than that, when you start going to and a lot of people say London. This is Drake London, I think is his name, out of USC. He may be the best receiver of all of them. That's when things really, really, really get interesting. They say he has the best overall range. He's not the fastest, but he's got long arms. He can bring a ball in, if especially from a quarterback that may not be the veteran presence. That's the one you could really use. And right now, London, they get him going to Atlanta, number 8. That's Peter King. We'll see. So Atlanta right now has 2 picks going in the first round. In fact, no, they don't. He just says he thinks Atlanta's going to end up getting the 32nd pick. I don't think it happens. We'll see. Detroit has that last pick in 32nd overall. That's my slot, says Michael Peterson. And Evan Neal, how far down does he fall? Most people have him going. Peter King has him going to Carolina, while Sport News has Carolina taking Malik Willis. And then they've got Evan Neal falling all the way. Let's see. Oh, they actually got Houston taking Evan Neal with 3rd pick. See, to me, that would be the smart pick. Could a team go to a who drafted Gorilla to play defense? They wouldn't be as strong as these guys. Number 10, New York Jets. Jameson Williams. A couple of drafts I've seen had the Jets taking Jameson Williams. To me, that's a safe pick. I don't think he's a bad pick to take. Also, Al Red Sox fan, if you're out there, my friend, I don't have your email address. Okay, I would love to be able to contact you, or you contact me on my channel. I'm going to go find one of your videos in just a second. I'm inviting you to come join us Thursday night. We got Anthony. I'm going to get Big Paulie too, if I can, to join us Thursday night. I see that last year I was on your channel, so I'm definitely going to do a special this year on this Jabroni Network channel, and we can have as many as 10 on here. So it could be a lot of fun. And Keith White will be joining us. Michael Peterson will be joining us. Harris Jessup will be joining us. We'll see. So could be a lot of fun. I definitely hope so. 11:20 here on the East Coast. You heard it here. 2 days early. I don't think Thibodeau is number 1. I think he falls out of the top 5. And I don't think Aiden Hutchinson will go number 1. We'll see. I'm going to say 3 quarterbacks go in the first round, but maybe only 2. Matt Corral didn't help his cause at all. Gallivanting out the other night. Is Dwayne participating? I don't know. I got to see if Dwayne is going to be here too. Yeah. So I like Dwayne Martz. Yeah. So we definitely want to have a full crew when we're ready to roll with it this week. Anthony, Big Paulie, Al, Dwayne, Keith, Harris, myself, Michael. Yeah. And we got the giveaways going on. Okay. We got giveaways going on. Nobody has emailed me yet. So the night of the draft, I may do a giveaway right then and there. It's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of stuff. I got mixed up on some of the stuff. I will clarify that Thursday night or tomorrow when I receive it, but I'm not supposed to get it till late tomorrow. But Matt Sharver, what's up, Alan Shaw? How are we doing, my friend? How are we feeling? Matt Sharver is going to Tampa, to the stadium for the draft night. And it's free for him to be able to go in with somebody that was a season ticket holder, I think, or he was able to work it out a lot better, says Alan. How's the cough? Me and Alan Shaw still have our golf coming up. You know, it's probably still cold over there in England right now. We've had some 80, we had some 90-degree days already, which is nuts. We got as high as 91, 92 the other day. It's almost gone. Great. Yeah, we can definitely do our we can definitely do some golf soon. I just want to get you to where you're breathing right and stuff. Former National League Baseball fan, Alan Shaw, yeah. Yeah, Alan's not big on the DH, but I think it's here to stay now. I think it's here. And so we'll see what's going to happen here. I have more studying from round one, Michael Peterson said. Don't watch any now, Keith, says Alan. Yes, Al Red Sox fan, if you see this video, Big Paulie, if you see this video, and Dwayne Martz, if you see this video, be ready Thursday night or get back in touch with me. That way we can work out, getting in contact with each other beforehand so we can do the draft. Okay. You all have a great rest of your day. God bless. Be safe. I know there's a lot of storms coming through the South and through the Mid-South area and through the Mid-Atlantic today. So Miss Rob's doing really good. She's doing really good. We've got a big flea market yard sale going on here a week from tomorrow. Is that right? Yeah. No, a week from Thursday. Today's Tuesday. I keep thinking today's Wednesday. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. And I got little tricycles and stuff, Schwinn stuff that I'm going to be trying to get rid of. So we'll see what happens. If anybody can help me out, if you do get in touch with Al or whoever, give him my email address and just see if he is willing to come on the channel that night. God bless. Y'all be good. Be good to one another and have a lot of fun. Whatever you're doing draft night, we're going to be here on this channel, and I hope you will be as well. Bye-bye.